All right, welcome to another episode of the Zero One Shootout podcast. This is Mark Redmond coming to you from the Noodles position in Champaign, Illinois, joined as always by my buddy Minderz. Minderz, how are you doing today?
We're doing okay. We go back to the doctor on Friday, so we'll find out more about the foot, hopefully.
All right.
It's still in there.
Well, hopefully amputation isn't an option.
Let's hope not.
Although at this point,
I really don't care.
so quite a bit to talk about, Minderz. We got a very eventful Thursday night throwdown last weekend. We had the big Takeover show in Terre Haute. We got some matches to announce for the uh, homecoming show
Yep.
next Saturday. But
But
why
can
don't we
we?
just get?
Yeah, let's start off with the meat of the matter.
All right, let's just get right to it. Our guest has arrived. I'm going to let you do the introduction as we bring him in, Minderz. So why don't you go ahead?
All right. So tonight we have the stiff Robo-Ginger himself, Gary J.
Hello.
All right,
Hi.
Gary, how you doing?
Extremely tired, extremely busy, but I am not really complaining. Just stating facts.
Yes. Hey, I
Well,
hear
we
you.
appreciate you being on and helping us out today.
No reason to say anything. Let's just talk wrestling because that's what we're here for.
Let's do it then.
There
So
we go.
Who got you started into wrestling, and how'd you get started?
Oh, good Lord. I've told this story 7 billion times.
I'm sure.
Really, I've been into wrestling since I was about 10 or 11. I think I just turned on Saturday morning and there was Macho Man Randy Savage and pretty much fell in love. And then as a teenager, I fell in love with Mick Foley, who obviously is like the guy to me. And then I started wrestling and training, short story basically, because I could go on for days about this, but started training when I was 16. I just met the right people in high school. I got terrible training at first and then kind of went from there. And then, now, 85 years later, here we are.
I don't think it's quite 85 years later, but maybe in wrestling years, but okay.
Yeah, in wrestling years, theoretically about 20, 21 years later.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it's the same thing, 85 years.
Yeah, same idea. But, yeah, so why don't we talk about your match this past Saturday? You had Jacques and, I just lost my train of thought. Reb, help.
Victor Analog.
Yeah, Victor, that's it. Victor. I should have known that. I'm terrible.
That's all right. I forget stuff all the time. Sometimes I forget my own name.
Yeah.
Jacques and Victor are both really good. Ironically, I've known both of them for a little bit now. When I first started doing 0-1 again, Victor was just kind of a kid. We were during COVID times, and I spent a lot of time kind of talking and hanging out with him. And then he kind of just showed me that he wanted to learn and travel. So that's kind of how that happened. And then I didn't meet Jacques until a little bit after, and I didn't know at first what to think of them. And then I realized that they are pretty fucking good. And a lot of people, I think, discredit Jacques, but they've gotten really good, and they're really good at character stuff. And it kind of baffles me that they aren't more places. So I'm always down to clown when those two are around.
Yeah. That makes sense. I was gonna say, I think the first time I ever saw you was, oh gosh, here we go. It's going to be in 2019, up in Mattoon, and you're in the junior heavyweight tournament and you fought. Let's see, I think you fought Danny Adams and Jake Lander. It was before. Yep. It was right after your stuff with Warhorse. So.
Yep. That was a long weekend. I started at St. Louis Anarchy Friday at Hog Wild, the infamous Thomas Shire match where he flings me into the crowd like a fucking saucer. Then I had the tournament the next night, and that was 3 matches. I think it was Nick Brewbreaker, Danny Adams, and then Lanyard in the finals. And then the day after that, I think I had a show in Chicago for IWTV against Craig Mitchell. So yeah, I had 5 matches.
Yeah, my goodness.
It was insane. So yeah, I'm glad that was the first time you saw me though.
Yeah.
It seems like so far ago, but I guess it kind of is at this point.
That was my first 0-1 show. So yeah, that you were the first wrestler I actually went up and talked to. That was what was crazy about it. Yeah,
Well, I hope it was a pleasant experience.
of course it was. I wouldn't still be a fan if it wasn't.
Good, because I find that, like, without you guys, the fans, there's no wrestlers, there's no shows, I mean, in all theoretics, you guys help pay my bills, so like I appreciate that, and I thank you more than you'll ever know.
Yeah, I can understand that. Mark, you got any questions for him?
Yeah, we talked to a lot of the younger guys, and more than a few of them have cited you as a training influence. You talked about Victor, you talked about Jacques, but let me ask you about Anakin Murphy because he's gives you a lot of credit, and I don't know if you've seen the stuff he's doing with Kenny now, doing the Constant Headache tag team. So, what are your thoughts on them like coming up? Like, is that a
We'll start with the little one, the little Murphy, as I say. I think he has a lot of potential. I think he's still very young, so he's got a very large learning curve in front of him. And I think the more he wrestles and gets reps, and the more time he's in it, and the more time he actually puts into it, he'll get out of it. But right now, he's like what, 17, maybe 18.
I think 18 next week, Minderz? Is that what he said?
18 next week. Yep.
Still in school. So like there's a lot to go on there, and then you have this thing called wrestling on the side per se, you know. But like, no, a lot of upside is just big learning curve because he kind of thrown in there, you know, feast or fire, like right off the bat. You know, he's in there with Anakin, who obviously we know the storied history between me and Anakin. It's like a lot of people think Anakin's like a young version of me or like 2006 version of me. But why would you want to be a version of someone else when you could be, you know, yourself?
Good point.
Yeah.
I know little Murphy, he really wants to get with you in the ring, and I keep telling him that he's crazy.
I mean, theoretically, sure, but like my job now, though, like, you know, behind the scenes or like, you know, to pull the curtain back is like I get people ready and I improve them and I level them up in a video game sense. So like they can go other places and they can, you know, show out and produce. Like that's my job at this point, is to make people look good and like teach them without really having to say anything. When you get in the ring with me, like you learn. It's weird because I guess I'm that guy. Never wanted to be that guy. Still don't want to be that guy, but that's just what it is.
I was gonna say we had a draft last night. We had another podcast and we had our indie draft last night. And
Yeah.
I was torn, but you know, we had made some decisions. You did get honorable mention, so
That's fine.
but but there was another guy I wanted to talk to you about, which is Aaron Williams. Are you guys still unsigned and don't care?
Oh, La Familia, yeah. It's funny because 01 was doing those shows in that like little training center for IWAU during the COVID like times.
Mm-hmm.
And the night that we came up with that unsigned and don't care thing is like, was it 01? We had just fought each other and we were downstairs just talking like per usual. And we have pretty much the same opinion on a lot of wrestling. We're very strong in our beliefs. Got to cross the road, look both ways so I don't get hit live on this fucking podcast.
Yeah, please don't.
Yeah, I would say that make for a good podcast, but that would be bad.
No.
Hey, at least hopefully if I get hit, I'll just show them the license plate and you guys will document it.
There you go.
But no, like I've known Aaron for a long time, and then we've gotten really close over the last couple of years. And like we wrestled that night at 01 during COVID era. I can't tell you the date or anything. It's on YouTube. But we were goofing around because like we always hear it's like, oh, when are you guys going to get signed? Like, when are you guys going to do this? When are you guys going to do that? And we kind of both came to the realization that like a piece of paper is not going to like make or break me. It's not who I am. It's not what I'm going after. Like the legacy I'm going to leave on independent wrestling, and I say independent professional wrestling, is probably bigger than I ever thought it was going to be. And the same thing with him. It's like, sure, would I sign a fucking contract? Yeah. But I'm not just going to sell out to say I did, you know?
Yeah.
I'm very underground with it. Like, I realize at this point, like, if I never get on television or get signed, it's not the be all end all for me because, like, real talk, like, how many more people other than me and Aaron, like, no one can outwork us. And, like, maybe that's an ego speaking, but, like, that you need that in wrestling. Like,
Mm-hmm.
how many people can go out there time and time again, and we're both not young pups anymore, like, can go out there and produce like we do, regardless of where they are or who they're working. You know, I don't have this like phase, or like a lot of people are like, oh, this is a smaller show. I'm not really worried about it. And I'm gonna take it easy tonight. I don't have that light. My light switch is always on, regardless of where I am, because the people that paid their hard-earned money deserve that, and that's how I have the reputation I have.
Yeah. Let's say you're talking about. I guess I've always seen you as a pillar down at Anarchy.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, you're one of the big ones down there. So, independent wrestling. Yeah.
I mean, it's my livelihood. I mean, I love it. There's so much I love about it, and like, obviously, we know there's bad, but guess what? We're gonna focus on the good. There's so much good wrestling out there. It's bananas.
There is.
Yeah.
So Minderz mentioned Anarchy, and I know this is a 0-1 podcast, but I've got to say I'm gonna try like hell to make it down to Anarchy in October because I have to see you and Masato Tanaka one-on-one.
Yeah, I got to see it too.
So how did you feel when you found out that you're working Tanaka?
It's another thing where like it's still surreal to me. Like, that's like the last bucket list thing I have to do is like, oh, I'd always joke around about it with everybody. Like, oh, I'd like to fight Masato Tanaka, but like that's cool and everything. But like, once again, I look at the big picture. Like, for Anarchy to be able to bring him in, that means more to me than being in the ring with him almost. Because once again, Anarchy is my home. I have a very large part and stake in Anarchy. Like, I've helped build it, and there's so much good talent, and there's so many people that deserve to be at places and be seen. And like, the fact that we get to bring, in my opinion, the best Japanese professional wrestler ever over to the Midwest, and that's the only time he's going to be in the Midwest, is that date, is huge. It's huge for Anarchy. It's a win for the whole brand.
Yeah.
And then the icing on the cake is I get to go in there and fight with him, you know?
I want to ask you. So we're talking about international and things like that. I know about a month or so ago, weren't you fighting over? You were fighting in England, weren't you?
Yep. It's been about a month and a half or two, maybe a little longer. Yeah, I went over to the UK for a month. One of those things where I just kind of bet on myself and put myself out there, and ended up, getting some people to book me. And I went out there, met a lot of great people. Shout out to Thomas and Evie. They're my family over there. Got to stay with them for a month. Like, that was awesome. Yeah. Once again, it's the journey, not the destination for me. Like, I enjoy the whole journey. There's not a set destination at this point. So yeah, the UK was awesome, and definitely going to go back at some point. Definitely next year, obviously, because I got a lot on the plate right now.
Go ahead, Mark.
Well, let me get back to 0-1. So, I mean, you've been in the ring with just about everybody that I could think of so far. Looking at the talent coming up in Edgewood doing the Thursday Night Throwdown thing on Patreon, is there anybody, I don't know how much you've watched that or seeing the guys in Mattoon, is there anybody that's really standing out to you that you want to get in the ring with and try? I know you tried Theo not too long ago.
Yeah, Theo was very impressive. My words of advice to him, like I told him, is just like, you got to kind of figure out like who you are in ring eventually, and that will come in time. A lot of these kids are very, very young. And then once you realize that you have the time and kind of figured it out, you got to get out there. If you want to be more than just like, hey, I wrestle at 0-1 once a month, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you want to be a person that's like known to travel and get out there and like make towns, as people say, like, you got to get out there, got to get reps. So just finding yourself for someone like Theo, like finding out what the character is or who they are. What's his name? Sorry, I got hit a lot. Terrible with names. BA.
Yeah. Bitch ass.
B.A. Malkin. Yeah.
Bitch ass.
Yeah. Definitely another one that like has been getting out there a little bit too, gets it, has a good look, and that they're really easy to work with. So like, I don't know everybody down at Thursday Throwdown because I'm not there, but I'd say those two I know offhand. So
yeah, BA's good people. He busts his ass down there, and he hasn't been in the business that long from the sounds of it, but he's caught on really fast.
Absolutely.
It seems like so.
A person I wouldn't mind seeing you get back in the ring with again. It's been a minute since you've done it. Is Mad Dog.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm sure there's unfinished business there. Mad Dog has definitely improved and honed in what they do. So like, Yeah, I think there's money in that fight or that chase for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Is there anybody at 0-1 you would like to face?
Oh man. Ironically, it's funny because I've kind of been there with everybody. The only person I've never really been in the ring with is Joey O'Reilly.
Oh, Chucky darn. You know, we kind of make things happen on this podcast if we put it
that's
out
true.
there in the universe. So
Yeah.
I
Like,
think
yeah,
that's your, if he
I'd
still
say
has the title is the thing.
Yeah. Well, you know, I could take that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say Joey O'Reilly's one of the only ones I haven't really been in the ring with at this time.
Yeah.
Well, I'd be down for it. I mean, last I checked, he doesn't have a title match on next Saturday. So
Unfortunately, I'm in Ohio that day.
yeah,
Yeah.
I got you. Well, hopefully soon because that's a match I'd be down for definitely.
Yeah, I think it's different, and I don't recall us ever being in a singles match. Maybe a multi-man many moons ago, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I do think you'd have the beard advantage in that match
Well,
for sure.
obviously. Come on now.
You're kind of making me feel a little bit insecure with my beard. It's
No, it's wild right now. It's been a long day.
Well, we always joke because we say we're surprised Mark isn't more of a Gary J fan just because, you know, he's got the beard and he's got 2 cats. So,
true.
you know,
yeah.
always
I
got
always
to be down
have
for
one of them.
Catterday.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
Caterday's the best day of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Chan's in the chat here. Gary to lose to Joey, but anyways, I'm hyped to see Gary versus Tanaka. So kind of a
Okay,
backhanded.
whatever, Chan. I can read this. I can read sometimes.
We did have another one. Hey, Mark, why don't you put up the one that Paula put up? The
Oh,
chat
yeah.
that Paula put up. Because I really,
Okay.
I caught
That's
that
a
too
good one.
Saturday.
Yeah, really love the way Gary reacted with the littler fans at Terre Haute. Gary, you were totally awesome with them in the ring. Truly enjoyed it. So that's
Oh, yeah.
that's a good thing.
I appreciate that. Once again, like I put myself in that situation as a kid. If a wrestler pointed or looked or talked to me, it's gonna make my whole day. I might forget about anything else that day, but that one positive point. So yeah, absolutely. Like that's the best part about this is interacting with the kids.
Paula's now arguing with Chan. This is great. Oh, we love our fans in our chat. We get some in here and they'll start having their own conversations over on the side. So it's great.
Oh yeah.
We chuckle.
Sometimes it gets pretty lively over
Keyword, Chan. Fans.
Oh, it's great. But yeah, Mark, you got anything else for Gary?
No, I know Gary, you're on a bit of a time crunch, and we don't want to keep you too long. But where are you gonna?
I forget. I'm like, oh, I gotta do A, Y, B, C, and all these things before I try to sleep. That's why I was like, I gotta make sure I got time.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it's all good. You said you're gonna be in Ohio on Saturday. Where else are you gonna be at coming up where people can find you?
Well, all my social medias. Twitter's at Stiff Robo-Ginger. Instagram is unsigned and don't care 85, and then the Facebook is just Gary J J-Y. If you want to email me about just random things or like draw me a picture or send me a picture of a cat, it's barnowl18 at AOL.com.
Wow.
Oh
yeah.
wow.
Yeah. And this weekend I shall be Friday night. I am in I believe Michigan. That's the name of the place, I swear, for Unsanctioned Pro.
Okay.
And Saturday, I'm in RCW, and I think South Bend, Indiana. And then next weekend, the 19th, when you guys have Mattoon 01, I'll be in Ohio for Ohio Wrestling Alliance.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the month, I think I'm in Milwaukee on the 26th. So yeah, I'd have to like look at my calendar.
Right.
We understand that.
Yeah.
But Gary, thank you so much for being on. We know you've got things you got to get going and get doing. So we want to thank you so much for coming on, at least talking to us for a little bit. And you have
not a problem at all.
Open
Anytime
invitation.
Yeah.
Open invitation. Anytime you want to come back, let us know. We'll get you on.
I will take you up on that. You guys need to do one at the show. You guys need to do a live podcast at one of the shows.
We've
Um,
done it once, and it was interesting.
it was
Yeah.
interesting. I
I
think we're
But yeah,
gonna.
definitely. I will definitely be back. And like I said, I appreciate the support. And anybody that tells me they're a fan of mine or enjoy my work, that means a lot to me, because to me, I'm just a dude out here doing what I love.
yeah,
Yeah,
totally get it.
awesome. Well, Gary, thanks again for joining us, man. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna let you go, but hopefully we'll see you back in 0-1 real soon.
Oh yeah, I'm sure I'll be back before the end of the year.
All right.
All right, take care.
Yeah. See you
Bye.
later.
Bye.
That
Well,
was
that was
such a good
fun.
time.
Yeah. I just feel bad Noodles didn't come over because I was gonna hold her up to the camera.
I
But
figured you were probably going to do something like that.
I was checking. She was bothering the hell out of me right before we went on the air, so I thought she was gonna pop back over. But
Well, I actually jumped on here earlier, and you hadn't brought me in yet, and you had left. I don't know where you went to go do
I think
something.
I went to get my foot beat and take a leak.
But all I saw was Noodles following behind you. It was kind of funny.
That's what she does. She's kind of my shadow when we're here sometimes.
Well,
She
hello
has a
everybody in
bet.
the chat. Before we get too far,
Yes.
we know we didn't get a chance to say hi to everybody in the chat, but hi.
Yes. Noodles got a little heat with me this morning when I was getting ready for work because she knocked my Gentry's album off of its little pedestal on the record player with her butt because she doesn't know how chunky she is. But Minderz, we got let's get into some stuff that went down this past week. Starting with Thursday Night Throwdown on
Okay, I was gonna
Thursday.
say, where are we starting at here? Because there's
Let's
a
just
lot.
start. Let's start on Thursday. We'll just keep it chronological because it's easy to keep track that way. Some big doings, big developments in Edgewood last Thursday. We talked about trying to get DC Black on here, like as a unit
I
to
don't
talk
think
to.
that's gonna happen.
No, I don't think so. Chris O'Brien, he threw a monkey wrench into Devontae's cashing plans on Thursday. It looked like Devontae was ready to cash in on Joey, and then wound up on the business end of a briefcase at the hands of Chris O'Brien.
Yeah, the corner end of the
The
briefcase
corner,
yet to be.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
that looked and sounded rough. Oh,
Chan.
Chan.
Here we go. Here we
Hey,
go.
hey, Chan, is Chris going to join Hot and Heavy now? Since
Oh,
he helped
jeez.
Joey out,
So we
he'll
can
be the
watch.
and. Oh, English, but Boo Chan.
Boo
It's
Chan. But yeah, I, and you and I talked about this. No, I'm sorry, no room.
no for the Lions.
But you and I talked about this a few months ago, though, that we had noticed some bad
They
guy
were getting
tendencies.
they were getting a little. They were kind of bending the rules a little
But it
bit here
wasn't
and
with
there.
Chris.
No, we noticed that at Devontae.
Yeah.
But yeah, Chris, like,
We were wrong. Hey, it
yeah,
happens. It happens once in a while.
it does. Every now and then we kind of get our lines crossed a little bit.
Yep.
But yeah, and the funny thing is, DC Black had won their match earlier in the night, and
Yeah.
they looked good.
And
They were solid as usual.
Hugged it out at the
Yeah,
end.
because it was. I'm trying to remember who they worked
CJ
here.
and Cardi.
That was it. Yeah. I'm trying to look at the little thumbnails without actually bringing them up, and it's not working out well.
I have a cheat sheet.
Very nice. But let's go through the other matches here, because I know we both watched the show on the Patreon the
Yep.
last couple days. Actually, I watched like the second half twice because I was trying to do things while watching the show, so I missed some things.
Gotcha.
So let's just start at the top of the list here. These aren't going to be in order. BA and Chris Hendricks, with the luminary in his corner.
Of course.
Chris's corner, or BA's corner, I should say. Pronouns pal. You know,
Thanks, Chan.
Chan, I usually have a cheat sheet. I usually take notes, but like I said, I didn't have my phone in my hand.
He has the cheat sheet for Saturday. I got the cheat sheet for Thursday.
That's right. When you're sitting at the
Anyway.
gimmick table, you can keep track pretty easily.
Yeah.
So what do you think of this match, Minderz?
Wrong person won.
See, I don't think that's true.
You know I'm going to say that every time it's
I know, and
BA
I know
is up there.
You're warping the minds of the youth of Edgewood.
I am, and I'm kind of enjoying it. I'm not going to lie. It's great. I'm a terrible influence. but we won't talk about that too much because that's for something that's going to happen tomorrow night. So
Yes.
yeah, I mean, that was what it was. I
Mhm.
figured BA would cheat his way through to win, but again, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. So
Yeah.
whatever.
What do you think so far of what you've seen of the BA Luminary tandem?
BA needs the Luminary. BA needs the Luminary to help him keep his calm.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. It seems like Jacques has been a very good calming influence for BA because BA tends to fly off the handle a little bit here and there.
Wonder where you got that from. But yeah, like I said, I think the Luminary is good for BA. Definitely keeps BA grounded a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Not that it
Yeah.
it works sometimes.
Well, we'll see if it works because I guess tomorrow they will be in action in the tag team match. Opponent unannounced at this point.
Okay.
Let's move on to the next match on here.
That ended up being a triple threat.
Yeah, they wound up being changed here. It was booked to be ATM and Isaiah.
Which it was. They were both in
Mhm.
it.
They were, yeah. And then 5-Star was the third man in the match, yeah. And he's still got some beef with ATM after the last few months.
Yep. I was excited to see 5-Star when I didn't realize he was gonna be in there. So I was excited to see 5-Star there. But
yes.
But ATM of course won.
Yeah. Well, he's the man. He's one of the more entertaining guys on Thursday Night Throwdowns. Also, one of the more entertaining guests we've had in the shootout.
It talked a lot of smack.
Well, that goes without saying. I mean, if you're gonna talk a lot of smack, you got to back it up, and he seems to be backing it up.
Yeah, he's been seeming to.
Yeah, seeming.
Seeming to, yeah. Hey, so what did you think of the Anglers and Banks?
You know what? Let me see. That one's not in the thumbnail here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got out of your thumbnails. My bad.
No, I mean I don't have the picture for that one. I think they were
Hmm.
just in the also scheduled to appear
Gotcha.
picture. I you know what? I say it every whenever I notice it. Angler improves little by little every week, and he and Johnny Banks had a solid match. It was good. Angler got the clean win. Uh, Angler throws a hell of a middle rope clothesline. I gotta say, it
Yeah.
looks good. And but yeah, shout out to the Angler. He got a big win. I think that was his first singles win in Edgewood.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
I think he's got a DQ win on IP,
Okay.
but I think first clean pinfall win. I think that's his first. So
Gotcha.
congratulations to the Angler. Even though he seems to have a lot on his mind right now.
Yeah. Seems to.
Yeah, and that something on his mind is actually in the comments.
I was gonna
Nick's
say he's in the chat. You want to throw? Well, go ahead. Do we have a picture for that one?
Yes, there we go. IP
There we
and the
go.
glitch against SLB and Lobo the Hobo.
Yep.
The man shrouded in mystery, Lobo the Hobo. Nobody knows anything about him. Can't really
Nope.
get a conversation with him. He tends to just keep to himself. More power to him.
Hey, if
But
that works for him.
yeah. But this one also, IP and the glitch, not too bad as a tag team. Got the win.
No.
Maybe IP is going to be good for the glitch. You never know. It seems to be working so far though.
Well, if it works for them, then great. But again, not my favorite tag team down there. But that's okay. My favorite tag team no longer exists. But
Can you imagine the angry dance-off we're going to get between Devontae and O'Brien?
I don't think we're gonna get. I don't think Chris is in a dancing mood anymore.
That's true.
I don't think Chris is going to be in a dancing mood anymore.
I don't think Chris is going to want to be on the business end of those iron cakes when the time comes.
Well, I think it's coming.
Well, yeah.
It's coming.
At a high rate of speed, it's coming.
Yeah, very high rate of speed.
All right. What's the next match you got on your cheat sheet, Minderz?
The one that I was torn. My two favorites.
Wait a minute.
CMC and Kenny Calix.
Now, saying CMC is one of your favorites, I mean, it's nice to try to stroke the kid's ego, but It can't be true.
Well, we'll talk about Saturday here in a minute because I'm going to make fun of you here in a little bit.
Why?
But and
Well, no, we'll wait.
we'll
We'll
talk
wait. We'll
about
wait.
about when we
Okay.
talk about Saturday.
All right. We'll wait.
Did
All
you
right.
catch at the beginning of that match though that they made a friendly wager between the two of them?
No, I missed that part. What was the nature of the wager there?
Whoever won, the loser had to buy the other one's T-shirt.
You know, it seems like a fair bet.
That's a fair bet. There's nothing wrong there.
I will say Kenny has better T-shirts, but
You haven't seen the new one from CMC yet. I'm digging the new one, but I'm gonna see if I can find it. But yeah, it was tearing me apart as I was watching that match. Chan, you're such a punk. But yeah, Chan, he just popped in and said, I sadly had to cheer for CMC as Calix was in the match. Chan, I don't know what we're going to do with you.
He's got heat with that whole family, doesn't he?
He does, apparently. Apparently there is. Don't know what else going on there, but whatever.
Sorry.
What are you
David's
doing?
trying to send me a video. David's trying to send me a video in the messenger, so I had to ask him to email it to me so I can try to use it.
Gotcha. I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah, sometimes I got to multitask here.
So how about we go to the pre-main event?
All right. Which was...
And that was Luminary and DLC 2 out of 3 falls.
2 out of 3 falls. Okay.
Yep. What'd you think?
I enjoyed it. I told you, it kind of all ran together as I was watching it. So I kind of got lost in I couldn't keep, I forgot to keep track of the falls, which is kind of my mistake. But I mean, the match was good. I mean, we always talk about how good the Luminary is in the ring, how tough they are and everything. And then DLC is, another one of those guys. Every time he goes in there, he's getting better and better.
Chan.
And he's... Oh, hang on. I got to see what he's saying here. Oh. All right. Except for Anakin's dad. Anakin's dad is the man. I miss that man. He's pretty cool. I need to go fishing with him. I think there needs to be video of that, Chan, if that happens.
If that happens, we need video.
Cut a promo on the boat.
Well, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it only went 2 falls because the Luminary took both.
Okay.
I think.
Right. Sorry, I'm moving this video around here.
I know you're doing that. Now, and you and I had, the only thing is that BA still had something to do with one of those falls. And,
well, yeah.
It's going to get to a point where one of those guys may not be at ringside. The Luminary may not be at ringside one time. Yeah, see how, yay, thanks, David. But one of those guys may not be at ringside one of these days, and then what are you going to do? You can't rely on the outside help, and are you going to be able to pull it off then or not? Just saying. True. Do you want me to go on to the main event while you're trying to figure that out? Or do you want to add more?
I've got it. I mean, you covered pretty much very succinctly there with that match. And DLC also should be mentioned. If he wins one more pre-show match in Mattoon, he's going to move up to that main roster card on the Mattoon shows. So
if the one in Terre Haute counted.
No, it does. I checked.
It does. Okay.
It does count. So he's got one more win to get before.
I thought we were going to talk about that on Saturday. About when we talk Saturday.
We will, but I'm just throwing that. We're talking about DLC, so I figured I'd just throw that out there real quick.
And then we had the main event.
Yes. TNT Championship, Theo White defending against Myron Damone. This has been coming for a while.
This has been. Now, I wish ATM would have kept his nose out of the business.
Okay, I have a question. Now, I know most of the referees in Edgewood. I don't know the referee's name that was in the main event.
I think it's Max.
Okay. is he supposed to be throwing punches with the wrestlers? Because he and ATM got into it in that match.
It was great. I loved it. I loved all of it. I was so excited for him. ATM messed with him the Thursday I was down there. That
Anthony
last show.
Stockman, real quick. He's asking 3X T-shirt. If you're getting the regular shirt, I think it's $20, and I believe we still have some 3X available. We'll have to check on that.
I think we do. Yep, they're
Okay.
$20.
Well, yeah, another 20, but we'll have to check, make sure we got one available. But if we do,
pretty
yeah,
sure we
just
do.
come hit me up at the show on the 19th.
And I will have hers. I got hers ordered.
Nice.
The 3X that she wanted, or the other one that she wanted.
Yeah.
Let me double check. You go ahead. You talk about that for a second, and I'm gonna double check. But I'm pretty sure his name's Max.
Okay. Well, you know how I feel about house fights, Minderz, and this was a house fight. Chan is shameless. The Chan's plugging his own merchandise in our comments.
Cheap plug. You're welcome.
He's the enthusiast and the opportunist, if you will.
Yes.
But no, not a lot of chicanery outside of the referee fighting with ATM.
Max W. House is
Max
his
W.
name.
House. All right.
Yep.
I've seen him on the shows, but I haven't had a chance to meet him yet, so I didn't know his name. Joey sitting at ringside, Chan's at ringside as always with Theo. Both of them generally just stayed out of the way, didn't cause any trouble.
Bull crap. That was okay.
I've got to be nice because since Joey was on the podcast, I think that technically means we're best friends now.
I'm not his best friend, and I'm only backing him for that one match. I'm not backing him for any other. Well, maybe. We'll see.
Not even if he gets his title match with Gary J.
Oh no, Gary J all the way on that one. Sorry about you. Sorry about you, Joey. Good luck. Ready to see what that chest looks like afterwards if it happens. Oh, you're an honorary member of Hot and Heavy.
Hey, what do you know?
How did that happen?
I think because I speak so nicely about our esteemed heavyweight champion and TNT champion.
Congratulations, you're with a group of cheaters.
Hey.
Good job.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. You just said
You're
it earlier.
Right. I know.
And it's not cheating if you don't get caught. But
you're correct on that too.
I'm just saying. But
yeah, is to get caught by everybody else except the ones that matter, which is annoying. But that's beside the point.
We'll get to that when we start talking about Saturday. But no, Theo got the win. That Spears it's an ass kicker when he throws that spear, so he can take down anybody.
Spear's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's one of the better ones too that you see out and about in wrestling.
It is.
But yeah, so he put Myron down. And,
I don't think it's over yet.
No. And ATM's going to factor into this somehow. I'm just not sure exactly how yet.
Yeah, I agree. But okay, so that was.
Hang on, Anthony. Has a comment. 01 USA is a lot better than the last wrestling company I worked with. Hey,
well, there you go.
They do good stuff.
And then that was when Devontae came down.
Mm-hmm.
And Chris.
I'm not going to say he cheap shotted Hot and Heavy. I mean, I know he hit him from behind. So.
Hey, again, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. And that's not really cheating because he wasn't in a match.
It wasn't cheating. It was just a cheap shot.
Yeah.
Backfight.
There's nothing wrong with that.
But yeah,
especially if it's Devontae on Joey. So I'm good with it.
But yeah, he had Joey down. If he would have cashed in, he could very easily have taken that title off of Joey. I'm not going to say fluke because I like Devontae, but yeah. So, but well, we talked about Chris. Oh, I didn't know that. Chan says Devontae's an idiot, owes my dead brother money. So would that go to you, Chan, then, if not Chan isn't here to accept it?
No, of course. Anyway, let's get off of not Chan and bleh. All right. Anyway.
So I haven't watched this video yet, but let's show the video that David sent me just now, and we'll see what's going on.
Ah!
Hang on. What? Oh, Chan, come on.
So Chan
Chan,
just put up,
buddy.
since Reb said you like Devontae, I'm taking that honorary status away.
Oh, Chan. That's hurtful.
All right, play your video. Sorry,
All right.
that got me to pop.
All right, here it is.
Man, what is this? Look at you out here, sitting in your self-pity. You gotta be kidding me. What happened to being the money man Johnny Banks, huh? What happened? Last time I saw you was 3 weeks ago, and what happened? You lost. Then what happened tonight? You came back, and you lost to the angler, of all people. The angler. The person with the fish hook. Really? And then look at your hair. Man, come on, you gotta get your life together. I'll get you a haircut. Pick that up, why don't you?
Damn.
There you go. Yeah, A-Team trying to fire up old Johnny, looks like.
Looks like it.
Oh, Chan, he's on a roll. Money man, more like broke man.
Well, he threw all of his fake money at me at the first show he was at. So yeah, that happens.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad for him then because his little money shooter didn't work.
I still have it. I should take it back. I should send it with you the next time you go to the show.
What, the money?
Yeah.
All
That'd be great.
right. All
I
right,
need to go to
Minderz.
my semi notes that I have for Saturday now. Are we going to Saturday? Is that where we're heading now?
Yeah. First, Anthony, Amber said you're a chump.
Yeah,
that's-
yeah, sounds about right.
That's not my words, but
Oh,
I'm going
wait.
to take a split second here, and I got to reboot my headset while you're getting your notes together, Minderz. So
Okay.
why don't you talk a little bit, fill in the dead air?
Okay, I will do my best. So, Saturday then, Terre Haute. Terre Haute was definitely, it was a new vibe. It was a definite new vibe. Not a bad vibe, but a good vibe. If you get a chance, you really need to get over there, check out that, where they had the matches at, because it was a really nice venue to have it at, or a nice arena. So, just basically talking about the building over at Terre Haute while you were gone.
Hey, I liked it. Cool atmosphere, you know.
One problem.
Okay.
Food was upstairs.
Yeah, that could be a problem for you.
Yeah.
But you had a small army of helpers though, so
I did have a small army of helpers, and I appreciate all the help that my helpers gave me.
I was a little bothered you didn't stand for the national anthem, but you know.
You know what? Between you and Papa CMC, I caught so much crap.
No, we don't agree on a lot of stuff, but yeah, I mean, America, right? Love it or leave it.
Hey, once I'm actually able to put some weight on my foot, then we'll talk about it.
All right.
I still have my hand over my heart, even though I was sitting.
That's true. Yeah, I'm gonna get letters for picking on somebody in a wheelchair, but you know.
Nah, it's just me. You've been picking on me this entire time, so it's fine.
Oh, but with love though. You know, I love you, Minderz.
I know. So that the first pre-match.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember? I want to see if you remember. I have my notes to help me remember.
Jared Savage against LDLC.
Very good. I'm proud of you. So
Chan agrees with, by the way, the concessions need to move downstairs. So.
But I mean, I understand they are up and out of the way, and people can get to all the wrestlers, which that's great. Yeah. I'm not complaining about that. It's just being in a wheelchair, and if you're thirsty, you gotta sweet talk somebody into going and getting it for you.
Next time, I'll rig up a bucket on a rope, and I'll just like a pulley, and I'll just have them pull it up and put whatever it is in there, and then send it back down. I'll send money up.
Hopefully, the next time we're there, I won't be in this wheelchair anymore, and I can go get it myself.
Yeah, because it's what, November?
I think that's the next time.
I think it's the November 19th show. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll hopefully, knock on wood.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like we said earlier, DLC got the win on this match, so that's number 2 out of the 3.
Were you a little concerned though? I was a little concerned when
maybe a touch.
Just a smidgen.
Just a smidge.
Because Jared Savage was a big boy.
Yeah.
He was a big boy.
Yes.
So yeah, but
DLC. not easy to throw around. So
No, not at all. And DLC kind of is easy to throw around. So.
yeah, like we said, we're gonna bring the tape measure when he one of these days because he's gonna have some issues going forward, I think. But
we'll see.
we'll see.
And then we had whoops, there it is.
All right.
I was super excited about the second person that came out for the next pre-show.
Uh-huh.
Although, hey, Rob's in the chat. I love it.
Robert
Here we
Leach,
go.
our
Let him
esteemed general
go.
manager of Thursday Night Throwdown. He had a busy night on Saturday.
He did. I wish he would have had a little bit better backup, but we'll get there. But
Well, we'll get there.
We'll get there.
But
right. Did you notice Saturday Chris did not come out to his usual music? It was Chris O'Brien versus High Voltage.
Mm-hmm.
So yep. Chris did not. Oh boy, here we go. Chris did not come out to his normal. Well,
it wasn't the DC Black music. It was,
and he wasn't dancing.
No.
He wasn't dancing.
Yeah, it didn't have the usual chipper demeanor to him. So, and you know what? Oh, jeez. Is it getting spicy in the comments here?
It's so funny. It's so funny. I'm trying not to let it bother me, but I keep looking at it. It's cracking me up.
Right.
But
I enjoyed this match.
I did too.
Chris and Kat. Chris got the win. I guess the new attitude's working out for him.
Kat should have had it.
Okay, hang on. I got a Glitch booed Chan earlier. And
now he's booing Rob.
Now he's booing Rob.
Lord only knows. Lord only knows.
But yeah, so that was our two pre-show matches. I enjoyed both of them. So
they were good. They were good for pre-show. Yep.
Yeah. Main show started hot. B.A. Malkin and Mad Dog kicked it off.
Someone tapped out.
Well, it was Connolly can make just about anybody tap out when he gets that neck ringer on.
Yep, I agree. But somebody tapped out, and I'm not going to let them forget it. Yeah, see, we've got this all cut. See, I'm telling you,
getting spicy, Minderz.
You just gotta let them go. Just let them go, because 5 stars in the. Did you see 5-star? 5 stars in there.
Was he in there?
Yeah. He said Chris is a savage. Yay. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
Oh, Chan, don't get personal. Don't get personal, Chan. Let's leave the
Chan just said, I was going to say, my grandma has the same name as you. Be quiet, senior citizen. Yeah, you know what? Can't y'all be nice to each other? Don't make us shut the chat.
Can't we all get along?
Can't we all just get along? All right, so BA tapped out like a bitch ass. But
can we comment on how far the dog collar flew when it came off of the chain?
Yes. And had Dude Baddington not been there, or had he been there, he probably would have ate the end of that. He would have ate the end of that dog collar.
Yeah, it landed right around the ZDP gimmick table. And
it sure did. That was, oh, jeez. Yeah.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Y'all leave grandmas out of it.
Rob, I'm sure she was.
I'm sure she's great.
Yes.
What was the next
grandmas
match?
Were awesome.
Did you keep, I didn't. I only have one other match on my notes, so my notes sucked for Saturday. Okay, good.
The next match on the show was the junior heavyweight 3-way match that we talked about a little bit with Gary J, the Luminary, and Victor Analog.
Oh, never mind. I got all excited. Never mind. I had a brain fart.
Yes. No, we'll get to that one.
Okay, we better.
I do have that. I have that written down here.
Okay.
Everybody got to try on the crown of flowers during this match. I'll admit, I was kind of expecting somebody to bump onto him.
Well, wait. Let's. Who wore it better?
Just for beard purposes, I got to go Gary J.
I'm gonna go Lumen. I'll go luminary just because I will feel bad if we don't say the luminary because those are their flowers. So, but of course, as everybody probably knows, Victor Analog won. So we get Victor Analog versus Warhorse come the 19th, and we'll talk about that a little bit more here in a minute. But it was a good match. I moved for that.
You did. Oh,
I
you
did
were
move for
moved.
that one. No, I moved for that one. I
Okay.
moved myself that time. No,
Okay.
it was when we talk about the main event, we'll talk about me asking to be moved.
Yes. Oh, Minderz.
But yeah.
Yeah, hard fought match. Analog got the win with the True Value forearm.
It's gonna be like my True Value foot soon.
Yeah, right. How's that roundhouse training coming, Minderz?
Well, I got to be able to put weight on it first, so
That's
slow
true.
but sure. Slow but sure.
Yes. All right. Next thing on here, it was supposed to be Theo and Camaro. Camaro wound up not being there. I think he had another booking.
Oh, you know what we should talk about?
What's that?
What happened between Rob and Chan? Thanks, Rob. Appreciate
Oh
it.
yeah, thank you, Rob. Yeah, I just have it. I just put match by match. I forgot to put the extra stuff in there. So BA. See, I'm looking at my list and I.
Now you're all confused.
I'm all in a way now. No. So Rob and Chan were the co-hosts of the show.
Which was
Chan,
a silly idea to begin with.
It was kind of a recipe for disaster.
It
if
was.
you think about it.
And it's nothing against Chan or Rob, but when tempers are high, it's just not. It's not a good idea.
It's true.
They should have just stuck with the best ring announcer, and they just should have had Rob run the whole show.
I'm sorry, but no, Terre Haute is Chan's town though, so he could have.
I don't care. They should have kept Rob as the only host.
Hey, Chan did a fine job ring announcing when he was out there.
That's your opinion, not mine.
Hey, Rob does a fine job. But
Rob's great. I don't care, Chan. That explains a lot, actually. That explains a lot.
Yeah, Chan, he had the Terre Haute crowd in a frenzy. He had them all.
Didn't they all boo him? Yeah, I think all of them booed him, and everybody started cheering for Rob.
That can be a frenzy.
Okay. See, I agree with Rob. I did hear the reaction. I wanted to point that out, that Rob got the bigger pop. So,
yeah,
just saying.
He kind of got himself in a little hot water, hot and heavy kind of. Well, they tuned up Rob a little bit.
They did. I believe that, I guess though, since it wasn't Thursday Night Throwdown, Rob can't.
Yeah, he's not in an authority position on the main shows.
He can't fine Theo and Joey for putting their hands on another, on a ring official, at 01. And
well, I think Rob is planning on doing that himself here next week.
I'm excited for it. I'm excited for it.
It's going to be interesting for sure. So yeah, so Rob kind of got whooped on, but hey, he's a pro. He kept going.
He did. He was in that ring the rest of the night. So yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so Theo and Joey. But I'm not going to say Rob sucker punched Chan. I know people say he had it coming.
Yeah, he had it coming.
But Rob may have made a miscalculation by taking a shot at Chan with Theo and Joey right there. I'm just saying.
Well, Oh, damn.
Oh, wow.
Look at the champ. Rob's a champ right there. He ring announced the entire show with cracked ribs due to Theo's big ass boot.
Hey, those are big boots, I'm just going to say.
They are big boots.
So, well,
we know you're a professional, Rob.
Shout out to Rob.
We appreciate it.
Yep. Rob's a tough cookie, that's for sure.
Very much so. But then I guess we do need to talk about Theo, because he was supposed to face Camaro.
Right. Whether it was Camaro went to Mattoon on accident or if he had another booking, I'm not sure.
Or maybe he got sick. Who knows?
Hey, he's got a new baby at home. Maybe he
does
had
have a new
stuff
baby.
going on.
Maybe he had,
You never know.
Oh, I forgot to congratulate Gary, even though it's been a minute.
Oh,
But
yeah.
dang it.
What's
well.
what's his child's name?
Ern.
Ern. That's right, Ern, like McCracken.
Big
That's a
Ern.
good name. But no, so Chan and Theo come out, decide to issue an open challenge for Theo since he had no opponent, and we kind of got the kind of a cavalcade of Thursday Night Throwdown talent coming down there.
Plus one.
Plus one. So Angler was out first. Didn't go well.
What did you time Anglers? I know you timed a couple of these matches. Which
I
ones did you
timed
time?
I timed the one with Dakota and the one with Glitch and Mason.
Okay.
Angler, I didn't think to time it, but it was not long.
It was not long. And of course, Chan was running his mouth outside the ring.
That's what
right in
Chan
front of
does,
me.
you know, like a good
Yep.
hype man would. But no, it's yeah, Angler, as good as the match was with Johnny, he ran into a buzzsaw named Theo White on Saturday.
He ran into a spear named Theo White. So what
Oh,
happened?
that too.
There?
That
Yeah.
too. A few guys did.
Yeah.
Dakota, and you told me his last name yesterday, Minderz.
Well, he just goes by Dakota.
Dakota, okay.
He was the one that won a few months ago when they
The
had
Battle Royal.
the Battle Royal. He won the
Yes.
Battle Royal.
Yes. Oh, I remember him. I just can't remember.
Yeah.
I'm awful with names. If anybody out
Comes
there,
out
if I
in
ever forget your
suspenders.
name, it's not personal. I promise.
Comes out in suspenders. Has really curly
Yes.
hair. Yeah.
Very festive looking fellow.
Yes.
So he came out to challenge Theo, and 33 seconds later, he headed to the back in defeat.
Yeah.
Like I said, buzzsaw. Theo White is a buzzsaw. Then Glitch and IP Mason came out. Did
That's
a
two
handicap
now.
match.
So now it's a handicap match.
Right,
Sounds
2-on-1. So Theo had to work a little bit. A minute and 24 seconds to go through those two fellas.
So not quite 90 seconds. Okay.
Not quite. 84 seconds.
84.
Yep. And then I didn't time the one with 5-star. That one went a few.
5-star went for a little while.
Went for a few minutes.
5-star held his own for a little while.
Yeah.
Then he
met unfortunately, Theo. Yeah. Theo was Theo. And
so Theo, let's see. Theo beat 5 people in 10 minutes.
About 10 minutes, give or take.
But that's with all the talking and everything else. So.
Yeah. And then
because Chan can't shut up.
Well, I also know Chan can't tell his months. Chan, I think the World W, but September 19th is not the next Mattoon show. It is August 19th.
You did 5-star. I was there. I saw
5-star.
it. I was cheering you on.
Yeah. Just imagine what he can do with preparation.
Yeah.
It kind of got sprung on everybody doing the open challenge. So
it did.
Let's see what happens there. Let me see. So yeah, after Theo, I think was intermission.
No, was it?
Yeah, because then the last. I'm trying to remember when the Devontae Clover match was on the card. The next match I have on here is Country Air and Constant Headache.
Match. That was the last one before intermission.
Okay, all right.
The tag match.
Zach so what did you think of this one?
Me out. Zach almost took me out.
And you don't mean on no date.
And no. Hey, Constant Headache. I'll tell you what. They're growing each time you see them in the ring together as a tag team.
Yes, absolutely.
You know what? I'm going to catch crap from Chan, and I don't really care. But Constant Headache, I think, is going to be the future of 0-1. I just think it is. I think they are.
They're both future champions?
Future champs. I'll call it now. It might be a while. I'm going to say it might take a little while. But
well, yeah, because the Premier won't come wrestle them.
Well, no, that's not the reason I say that. But, well, maybe. Who knows? They might get it quicker than I think. But they're the future. I mean, Kenny and Anakin both are so good in the ring.
And Kenny, for as short of a time as he's been in the ring, his progression has been really impressive. And
was it just me, or did Country Air have a different attitude about him?
Well, they probably had a little bit of a chip on their shoulder because, the last time they were here, they lost the tag titles. So maybe they came in wanting to prove something.
I don't know. I kind of got the feeling. I don't know if Country Air maybe might have underestimated Constant Headache a little bit,
Well,
or I'm
I don't
not
know that
sure.
I don't think they've seen Constant Headache because the last couple shows, Country Air hadn't been
You're
there
right.
when they've been.
You're right.
I mean, I'm sure they know Anakin, but I don't know how much they knew about Kenny Callis
That's
going into
true.
that match.
That's very true.
But they know
And
now.
hey, and yeah, mad respect to Anakin for working that one barefoot.
Yeah, well,
So
I noticed that. I was sitting at the gimmick table watching the match, and I saw he had the kick pads on, but no shoes. He kind of going the Mike Bailey route,
yeah,
speedball.
I guess.
And I sent you a message because you were there front row. I was like, does he have shoes on?
Nope,
And
sure
yeah,
didn't. Hey, Anakin's
better man
tough.
than me.
We know how tough he is, so
Yeah.
it's
Been hanging
good.
around Connolly too long.
Yeah, probably. If Conley allows.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
You say if Connolly was, there was this little kid. I don't know who he was with, but Connolly was at the table next door to me, and this kid just came up and just started talking Connolly's ear off at the gimmick table during the show. And yeah, I can see Connolly was like, "Get this kid away from me."
No, he wasn't. I'm sure he appreciated the fact that there was a kid there. I
Oh, I'm
don't think that has
sure.
anything to do with it, but I think it was probably to the point of kid.
Yeah,
I don't talk. This
right.
is I'm not a very nice person.
I'm
You
not gonna play
really
catch
don't
with
want to
you.
be sitting here. Yeah, but yeah,
You can't hold my chain. I don't know if the kid asked to hold his chain, but
yeah. Well, you never
but he
know.
had a lot to say to old Mad Dog though.
If it's the kid I'm thinking of, he had a lot to say to everybody.
Uh-huh.
So, which is fine.
Yeah.
Oh,
But yeah,
we didn't mention though. I did have a sign for BA
of course you
during
did.
his match. It
Mhm.
didn't last long.
No.
It really didn't last. I feel like he has like stealth vision that like as soon as he walks through the curtain, he finds me with my sign and
Well, you're
it's
always
like
in the same
beeline.
place.
You're right. David, start moving me around. That'll be funny. Here's your new game. Find Mindy. Find Minderz.
When we know it's his match, we'll just park you right on the other, like by the curtain. So when he comes out, you just hold it up right as he's coming through the curtain. Take him by surprise.
Oh, no, yeah, no. Okay, I have a plan. We'll talk about this later. Okay,
oh boy.
go ahead.
Oh boy. All right. So after intermission, we got to the last three matches. First one was Devontae Knox and Cobra. And Minder, should I show the video that you shot during this match?
Yes. Because Takeover loves us.
Oh yeah, he's our guy.
And
he designed our merch.
He did.
And as we know, he is the king. He said so in the ring.
I had the sign that said the king.
You did. You should have had one that said "Sir."
Nah, I just need to call him the king. It's fine.
Yeah. So they wound up on the floor during this match, and then the Cobra had a little commentary. So we're gonna show this here.
This is for the 01 podcast. I am the guy you should be focused on. Go! I am king.
You are king.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. There was no cackling in that video.
No.
None whatsoever. But man, hey,
maybe some tinkling.
When Devontae hears that, sorry, Devontae. Didn't mean for you to be the receiver of that, but it happened. Sorry.
Yeah, he knew what he was getting into with the king.
Yeah, he did. So yeah. But man, hey, we've had our eye on the Cobra. I don't know what he's talking about us not
we're
watching.
very high on the Cobra. We had him on the podcast. Like I said, he's our guy. We never bet against the king. I don't think we've ever picked against the Cobra in a match. Unless it was like a three-way or something.
Not on here. Not on here.
No.
Yeah.
So yeah, Cobra. Thumbs up. Although Devontae did get the win in that match, though.
Devontae did get the win. You know, the other part that kind of makes me chuckle in that, you got to listen to it really close. Do you hear Papa CMC telling Devontae, I told you to stick and move?
Why would you take advice from that guy?
It was so great. It was so funny. I was like,
what does Papa CMC know
well, apparently he knows a lot. So,
about mattresses?
oh, that was mean.
I'm sorry. That is true.
But yeah, Cobra comes out all about it. Yeah, buddy. But
Yep.
again, hey, Devontae earned that win.
He really did.
You know, props
He
to
took those
Devontae.
lumps. Yep.
Yep.
And now he can move on, whether it's going to be Chris or he's still got that briefcase. You know,
He does.
like you don't have to worry about cashing for a tag title anymore. You can focus on the singles. It seems like.
There you go. Unless he gets a new tag partner.
Or I'm just gonna say powder cakes.
It worked out well. They had a decent tag team.
Well, they did lose though. Doesn't help.
Well,
Jimmy was handcuffed though.
I was gonna say he was zip tied to the freaking ring.
Zip ties, yeah. I don't know why I said handcuffs.
I don't know why you said handcuffs either. Where's your mind?
Well, he was restrained.
There you go.
I think Cornette, because he's always about having the handcuffs.
Ah, okay. Gotcha.
And always having the extra handcuff key in his pocket.
Right.
That's just good advice. All right. CMC and Jordan Perry against, I guess they're called Team Unbelievable now.
And our flag's gone. What's up with that?
I know. Marvin and Kyle Pfeiffer. The first time in a while, they did not bring out the Marvin Mania flag. And I'm just going to say, maybe that's why they lost.
Hey, you know what? Might have been.
I'm just saying.
Might have been.
That flag is a good luck charm. Because I don't think Marvin's lost a match since we had the flag.
Not until Saturday.
No.
And then he didn't have the flag anymore.
Jordan Perry, of course, was fantastic as always.
As was CMC. I'm throwing that in there now before you downplay it.
I'm just saying Jordan carried the team.
No.
Hey,
no,
if
no.
it wasn't for Jordan is directly responsible for that victory.
Yeah, he is.
And I'm just gonna
But
say,
I'm gonna leave it at that.
but I'm just gonna say, Marvin and CMC were having a bit of a debate at the gimmick table after the show because Marvin was trying to convince CMC that Jordan is not doing
Not
things
quite as
by
up
the
and
book.
up. Yeah,
Right.
but no,
It's a win.
that wasn't the case. That wasn't
It's a
the
win.
case.
Exactly. CMC should take the victory, be happy with it because he don't get a lot of them. But he has a well, yeah. I mean, anyway. Maybe. But no, Jordan is the veteran presence that young chubby man child needs to. If he's not gonna team up with Kevin Rabowski and be the skinny chubby connection, then
Although I will send out props to Jordan's shirt. It looked real nice.
He upgraded. That was an
he did upgrade.
The Joey Sucks shirt came back, but in the proper design.
Yes.
The new gear. Great. It's weird seeing Jordan, Jordan. I almost said Joey. It's weird seeing Jordan without low life colors on. No yellow, no gold, no black.
I like it better.
Black, but black and red.
I like it better.
In the lighting, I thought it was orange for a bit, but you had to correct me because my eyes aren't so good.
That was funny, actually.
Yeah. But yeah, a CMC could stand to learn a thing or two from Jordan if this tag team keeps going.
Well,
let's see. Let's get into the main event, Minderz. We had quite a conversation with Joey last week about this. So Joey O'Reilly defending the 01 USA Heavyweight Championship against ZDP, who, as always, had the erstwhile Dude Baddington in his corner.
Hey, ZDP tried to get us to come over and buy one of their shirts at the beginning of the day, at the beginning of the night. And I was like, nope, not doing it. Sorry, ZDP.
Minderz holds
you weren't
grudges.
very nice to me, and I held a grudge. So, nope, not doing it.
Now, this was not the first time we saw ZDP and Dude Baddington out there because they came out and made the save when Rob was getting tuned up in the ring earlier.
as much as I hate to
I
admit that they saved Rob,
I don't know if
but
they were doing that for Raw or if they were doing that because they wanted to get their hands on Joey.
yeah, I think that was more it.
hmm
I think that was more
Uh,
it. Not that people shouldn't have
I'm
came out to save Rob, but you get what I'm saying. But yeah,
I'm just
so
gonna say this: the Mattoon audience that made it to Terre Haute should be ashamed of themselves.
oh,
Uh, all they were saying, Joey cheats, Joey's a cheater, all this stuff. I didn't see Joey cheat once during that match.
I didn't see Joey cheat.
No, Joey didn't cheat.
His entire group did, but I didn't see Joey cheat.
Well, Theo got a little overzealous. Joey said he's hot and heavy because he's a hothead, and he got a little carried away.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Chan.
think he was aiming. Chan's doing Chan things. That's he's an enthusiast. He was being enthusiastic about the whole thing.
Oh, that's
Uh,
what that is. Okay, but can we
I
say
I
when?
think
I mean, I feel bad because I usually go against Joey. I've
you should
well,
feel bad.
as long as you've known me, I've gone against Joey. No, that's not why I
Yeah,
feel
and I don't
bad.
know why.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
You're
So
going to apologize to Joey on the record on the podcast for picking against him all the time.
yeah, kinda, but no, not really. I was just backing him for this one match, but I just remember
But
when ZDP came out, and it's like I said, I hold a grudge. I was not a fan. Sorry, I know everybody was cheering for ZDP, and that's fine. They can all
yeah,
cheer for
where's the
ZDP.
loyalty? Mattoon
I
people,
had
where's the
loyalty.
loyalty? No,
Oh, I
no,
was to say
you
I had
had
the
loyalty.
loyalty
The other
because
Mattoon people were saying new champ, ZDP. Do you really want
no,
ZDP to be your champion? I mean, come on.
no, no.
Joey O'Reilly is the pantheon of athleticism.
Well,
And
I just chuckled because I think you were standing
hang on,
behind me. Uh-oh. You
Kenny
did.
Counts. Gary had to go on early, so he was done by about 6:30. But
Don't
you can catch
worry.
it on the
We
Spotify or on
told
the
him,
YouTube. We
and
put
we
you
told
over.
him you wanted a match. We told
Yes.
him you wanted a match.
hmm
So we'll talk about that. Hey, we'll talk about that next week when Kenny's on with us.
Hey, there we go.
There you go.
But anyway, back to what you were saying.
Yeah, I believe you were standing behind me when ZDP was coming out, and I think
No. Well, yeah, I
yeah,
was. I was.
yes, you were.
Now I
Yeah, you
remember.
were.
Okay.
And everybody starts cheering for ZDP, and I just looked up at Reb and I said, "Hey, you want to move me back because I don't want to take the chance of him hitting my hand."
I'm sorry you say, move me, please.
Yeah, I just go, "Move me, please." So yeah, that was my whole thought. Oh, don't cry into your pillow, Kenny. It'll be okay. But
Did you make Kenny cry?
no.
Oh, jeez.
Well, we both kind of did because Gary's already gone. But
Well, I'm sorry.
it's
We
not
have
our
to
fault. Yeah,
we
he
have to
had
do
to
what we
go.
can to accommodate the guest.
Yep, we accommodate the guests. So, but
In happier times, I let CMC make us start this podcast at 6:30.
you did. It was great too.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, ZDP, he lost. That's all it really needs to be said. Joey won, and I had a sign the whole time that said it was all my fault. You know, Jimmy Christmas.
Also, not to be just to show what kind of a guy ZDP is, cheap shotted Chan after the show, left that poor bastard laying in the middle of the ring.
Okay.
Now, you don't like ZDP, so you shouldn't be happy with what he did to our friend Chan.
Oh, well, I may not like ZDP, but when unfortunate things happen to Chan, I tend to smile. So it's all right.
That's not nice. The poor guy had a rough week or so, and
he's gonna have a rougher week in about a week. So
maybe it remains to be seen. A week from this coming, 2 weeks from tomorrow, or a week from tomorrow. I'll get it right eventually.
Yep.
Chan is the last line of defense for our esteemed general manager of Thursday Night Throwdown, Rob Leach, on his path to the World Championship.
Yep.
But yeah. So, any final thoughts on the Takeover show before we move on to tomorrow?
No, they had a great turnout.
Yeah.
I was impressed with how many people were up in the bleachers.
Yeah.
There was a lot of people in the bleachers.
And they're going to be back there again in November on the 19th, I think. They announced some names. Some we were thrilled with, some not so much, but we'll just
Right?
leave it at that.
We'll leave it at that.
I don't remember all of them, but I
Oh,
mean,
I do.
we got told them.
I'll go through all of them.
Okay, go ahead.
They said 3, and they can correct. I know of 3 that I heard for sure.
Mhm.
That's Nate Matthews, Ubermensch,
Mhm.
November 18th. You were a day off.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's Bari's birthday weekend. But yeah, yeah, the Ubermensch, which was New Wave Pros champ.
Right. He made the draft last night.
He did. Eric Dillinger.
Mhm.
He's another one, and Sage Phillips.
Yeah.
And we'll just go on from there.
Right. We'll just move on.
Oh boy, ZDP's gonna be back. Yippee!
Oh, ZDP will be back. Of course he will. I mean, hey, I'm gonna give him credit. He's over in Terre Haute.
He is over in
So-
Terre Haute. He is.
I just think the Mattoon audience should have been a little more loyal to Joey in that match instead of.
Even if they don't like Joey.
Even if they don't like Joey, he's their guy.
Yeah.
Joey has put this company on his back.
Yeah. Okay.
Am I getting carried away?
Yes. Very
Chan,
much
am I
so.
getting carried away?
Chan will say no, but Chan might be gone now. I haven't seen him say anything in a while, so
Rob might have pissed him off, or that
Good.
Mary lady.
yeah, it's all right.
All right. Let's talk about tomorrow. Thursday night throwdown in Edgewood, as always. There it is. Look at that. I'm just curious. Yeah, they might have to move Chris away from Devontae in this picture going forward. Just saying.
Put some more fuel to the fire. It'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. All right. So the Light, which is of course BA and the Luminary, will have a tag match. Opponent unknown at this point.
Right.
And
I'm trying to think who it. Hey, maybe ATM and Johnny Banks.
Could be.
I'm just throwing some ideas out there.
Yeah. Well, Johnny Banks has already got a match.
Oh, does he? Okay.
Yeah, that's one of the extra ones I found out today.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
All right.
Well, then
so
that probably won't be it.
no. All right. So, like I said, we don't have an opponent for the Light yet, so we'll have to see what happens there. Glitch and IP Mason against Rabowski and Lobo the Hobo. Like we said, IP and the Glitch had a big win last week. See if they can keep it going tomorrow.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna pull for Lobo.
You're picking Lobo and SLB.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna go with IP and the Glitch.
All right.
I think they're gelling.
The Glitch will be mad at me, but it's okay.
Well, you like ticking people off, so
I do. It's kind of a hobby.
yeah. Let's see. Oh, this
one is killing me. This one's killing me.
Our friend Cutthroat Kenny Calix was taking on 5-star Jesse J. I don't know, Minderz. You got to pick one.
I do not. I can just let it be, and whoever wins, I'm going to be happy with.
Kenny
So.
chimed in about Lobo. Hobo got that hobo strength. I know from experience.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
You know what?
Very
I'm going to
true.
go see, but they've both been in the chat tonight.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Kenny.
Kenny?
Kenny's my buddy. It's still
All right.
5-star. He's still 5-star Jesse J though, so he's still
It's true.
5-star. But
It's
I'm going to
true.
go with
It's
Kenny because it'll be his birthday. How can you let a guy lose on his birthday?
That's Tony booking, Minderz.
I don't care.
Now
For this moment, I don't care.
Now that being said, I am going to pick Kenny because I think Kenny's got some momentum.
He does.
But it's going to be a hell of a match, though.
It is. I'm kind of.
Kenny's
I'm
going to
bummed
earn
they
this
can't
one.
get down there.
He's
I'm
going
bummed
to earn this win if he gets it.
Yeah.
All right. What do we have on the next thumbnail? Okay, so this is like the also appearing, but I do have other matches that weren't on the regular
Okay.
thing,
So
involving
then
a lot of these guys. So
leave this up, and what's our other matches?
all right. So first off, Nixie XS is going to be there. That was announced.
I will be excited. That is, I like Nixie. She's been on here before. She had a lot to say.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I like
so
Nixie.
Chris O'Brien will be taking on Cardi.
Cardi, get him.
All right. So you're picking Cardi.
I'm picking. Well, I want Cardi to get him, but I think Chris is going to win.
I'm picking Chris. I think Chris has that. He's got
the
that
new
mean streak
name.
now.
I was going to say that mean streak.
Mm-hmm. All right. Devontae against Isaiah Johnson, looks like.
Who? Wait, what?
Devontae Knox.
Oh, okay. Well, we know who I'm picking for that one then.
Iron Cakes.
Iron Cakes.
Gotta go Iron Cakes.
Yep.
Uh,
Unless
unless
I
there's some
wonder,
chicanery.
I wonder if there's going to be some Chris and Devontae interfering in both matches. In honesty, but maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just look too much for
You're looking for the
problems
Gaga.
that can happen. Yeah, I look too much for the Gaga, so maybe they won't interfere in each other's matches. But I have a feeling it might happen.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Also announced the Angler versus LDLC.
Okay. A DLC, watch out for that hook, because Angler kind of used that a couple weeks ago on a IP when he had that IP match. So.
Well, also Angler was really mad at IP, so he was.
Well, I
willing to
get
go the
that,
extra,
but you just gotta watch out. Watch out.
He was
for this
willing to
hook.
go the extra nautical mile for that one.
The extra knot.
I'm sorry. I had to. Then also announced Johnny Banks is going to be back. We saw the video with ATM kind of firing him up, but he's going to be taking on the returning Stetson Winters.
Oh,
which is cool.
So
Stetson's going to be back. Yeah.
Nice. That'll be good. It'd be good to see him again. Well, I won't get to see him, but.
Well, you will on Patreon.
Yeah, I will on Patreon.
Yep, you'll put it on that Patreon machine there. All right, and then we got a three-way match. I believe this is non-title, so the title's on the line, but Theo against Myron against ATM. And referee assignments could make this interesting. I'm just going to say, I don't know who the referee is going to be.
I hope
but
it's Max.
But if it's old Max,
I hope it's Max.
That can make things very spicy.
Yeah. I hope it's Max. But ATM shouldn't have spilled out his coffee a couple weeks ago. This is all on ATM.
Hang on, what?
Did you not see that?
What?
Did you not see that on Patreon? ATM poured out Max's coffee. His coffee that he brings to the ring.
He's done that the last couple weeks.
Yeah. ATM keeps messing with Max's coffee. You don't mess with Max's coffee.
Then maybe Max needs to find a safe spot for his coffee. I'm just saying.
It isn't a safe spot.
Is asking for trouble. The ring steps is not a good spot.
It was on a shelf the first time.
I'm just saying, maybe he has a caffeine problem if he has to have it that close to the ring. I think he needs to get one of those helmets with the cup holders, with the straws.
There you
put
go.
His coffee on that.
There you go.
Be like the new version of the helmet cam from WCW.
Oh, Max is suspended this week.
Oh, okay. Max is suspended for
his actions last week.
Well, it was conduct unbecoming of an official, despite if he's provoked or not.
Okay.
Don't roll your eyes at me. You know referees are not allowed to put their hands on the in-ring talent.
But the in-ring, never mind.
You wouldn't see Bradley do that. I'm just going to say.
You're right. I wouldn't.
Now, I don't think laughter is appropriate there.
I'm sorry.
The referees need to be held to a high standard of conduct.
Okay. I'll remember that. Yeah. I hope that really holds true for next week when Joey's the referee.
I have no reason to doubt Joey would not be a total professional as a referee.
Really? Okay. We'll have this discussion next week.
And I am going to try and make it to that show because I hear Camaro Jackson's going to be there.
Oh.
That was announced. So I'll be curious to see who he's going to be in the ring with. Oh, Minderz. Want me to tape his match for you?
Please?
Okay.
Okay.
I will do that.
Well, it doesn't really matter if you do or not. I'll catch it on Patreon anyway.
Oh, that's true.
But record what happens between the matches.
Well, yeah. All right. Well, Minderz, before we get out of here, because we've gone a little long.
We still haven't talked about the 19th. Yeah, I was going to say.
Let's run down the matches on the 19th, and then we'll get out of here. Homecoming, August 19th in Mattoon, Burgess Osborne Auditorium. And card's looking really good so far.
Did you notice some of the people in that main pop that main one back up on there because I want to point out a couple that they haven't made any matches for yet. But I believe that's
Okay, go ahead.
Benjamin Trust up there in the top.
Yep, right there next
Over
to
on
Marvin.
the side. Yep.
On the right side, yeah.
So
Okay.
and he's not scheduled for a match yet. So I'm
Not yet.
interested to see because we already go ahead and go through the matches because we already know Camaro is busy. So
now who else is on there that you didn't see had a match for? Because you said a couple.
Well, sorry, did I screw up? Probably. I'm good at that.
Well, let's just move on. So let's get into the matches.
The biggest one I wanted to point out was Benjamin Trust. That was the one I wanted to point out that he was on there.
Apparently he has finally landed from
apparently.
So speaking of that, they said it on Saturday. This match will happen, and it will happen on the 19th. Camaro and Theo White. Theo had a lot. Chan by extension had a lot to say about Camaro on Saturday when he knew he wasn't there.
Yeah, of course. When he's not there, Chan will always have a lot to say. And you know what? I saw that. Kenny put up, "Oh man, can't wait to see that guy Trust." Now I can't see it because it's over there.
Sorry. I get trigger happy.
It's
Man
cool.
Group called the Trustbusters.
Trustbusters. All right, cool. Are we gonna do picks this week, or are we gonna do picks next week?
Let's do picks next week.
Okay, we'll do them with Kenny.
Save that for the go home show. Yeah, we'll do it with Kenny. We'll have Kenny here.
We'll do it with Kenny.
All right. Next on the
Kenny,
list
have
here,
your picks ready.
Yes. Shining Light Championship, the Luminary and the Mad Dog 1-on-1.
It's about
I always
time.
like seeing these two. I always like seeing these two in the ring. This has been brewing across the main shows and Edgewood the last couple months.
Yes, it has been. So
like I said, we're not going to make picks yet, but I can guarantee that it's going to be stiff.
Yeah, we'll see how far Jacques gets thrown by Mad Dog, for sure, and how many gut busters and all that fun stuff happens.
Gut wrenches and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Plus,
exactly.
I gotta wonder if your buddy's going to be at ringside with Jacques.
My buddy? I don't have a buddy. My buddy's not going to be at this show. My buddy has a concussion because of somebody.
I'm not laughing at the concussion because that's not funny, but just the way you get worked up is
I know, right?
Okay.
Shut up.
All right. Next up here, 3-way tag team match here. Constant Headache, Kyle and Marvin, and then CMC and Jordan. I don't know. I think this is going to be kind of a. I'm trying to think of the right word. Fracas, brouhaha, chaos.
A cluster something or other?
A cluster love.
Cluster love. I got my pick for this one already, but you know.
I'll bet you do. I'll bet it's going to jive with our guest next week too.
It probably will. But you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun match. I'm curious to see Kyle try to catch Kenny, like just when he's on foot. It's gonna be like Coyote the Roadrunner.
Right. Watch out for the end of the ring there, Kenny.
Yes. You'll hear the thong.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead. I need to tell you something after this.
All right. Just announced, I think last night, tag match, Jake Lander and Jared Allen teaming up against Country Air. That's going to be really interesting to me.
I'm excited for this one.
This might be
excited for this one.
This has moved right up to the top of my list of the ones I'm most looking forward to because there's a couple.
Zach, take care of Lander for me, please. Although Zach's not real happy with me right now, but that's okay.
Hey, you bought his shirt.
I did buy his shirt. So
that was a sweet shirt too.
That is. I love that shirt.
Kenny says I'll keep my picks to myself. Yeah, we'll cover it all next week.
Next week.
Give you your time. Yeah.
Till next week.
I'm curious to see Jared and Jake as a tag team because I mean we got a little bit of that a couple months ago.
I've seen them work together before.
Yeah, but then
I've seen them
against
work together.
Country Air, who's an established team, I'm curious to see. I know you've seen more of it than I have, but I'm
Yeah,
getting the play-by-play from a domestic dispute outside. My
yeah,
wife
I am
was
too.
just
You're
being
not the only
nosy.
one. I'm getting it too. But yeah, what's our
16th,
next
next
match?
Wednesday, Kenny.
Next week.
Yep. Yes. All right. Next up, Junior Heavyweight Championship. I think this is actually officially the main event. Here,
This
I just have my
is,
cards
yes.
out of order. Victor Analog against Warhorse. I can't wait for this one. This is gonna be so good.
Are you
Warhorse
bringing
is
Slim
trying to
Jims or
become.
am I?
Well, you usually do.
I'll see what I
Well,
can
I
do.
think you should. We need to bring something for Victor too. TVs? No, that might be hard
No,
hazardous.
I'm not buying TVs for everybody to throw in the ring.
No. But no, Warhorse is he's on a mission. He wants to become the first ever 3-time junior heavyweight champion in 0-1. And he made this challenge when he was at Thursday Night Throwdown about a month ago, maybe a little longer. And he called out
It was,
Victor specifically.
yeah,
What?
that was the one when ATM and Warhorse went at it. So yeah, it was
Yeah.
after Warhorse beat ATM. Yep. I was there.
But
Were
yeah,
you
it's
there?
going.
Yeah, you were there.
Yeah, I was there. I'm not missing Warhorse in Edgewood.
I know.
He rules ass. He says
He
so.
does rule ass.
Hey, I drafted him on
You
the Jumping the
did.
Rail
You
podcast.
did.
If you haven't heard it, check out the last night's Jumping the Rail podcast. We did our independent wrestling fantasy draft, and it was a lot of fun. A lot of
It's
0-1
kind of a
talent made the
mess.
cut.
A lot of
A little
technical
bit, but
problems.
a fun
but-
mess. A fun
a lot of
mess.
technical problems.
A lot of 0-1 talent got drafted.
Yep. A
Naturally,
lot of
you know.
0-1 talent that got drafted.
All right, so let's move on here. A renewal of a rivalry here that we haven't seen for a couple months. The main attraction, Casey Jackson taking on Hippie Johnny. And
Okay, I'm
yeah,
going to
it's
say this. No offense, but whoever took the picture for Hippie Johnny needs to figure out how to not get the flash to show up on his glasses because it looks like he has beady eyes.
good observation there, Minderz.
I'm sorry. Every time I see
It's
this picture in the big one, I always think something's wrong with his eyes. I'm sorry.
oh my goodness.
Yeah, your boy Johnny. Sorry, Kenny.
He looks
But,
very surprised in that picture.
He does. His eyes look like bam. They look like Tony Khan's.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. Oh, jeez. Okay,
no,
let's
I think
keep
this
going.
I like Casey Jackson, so I think it'll be a fun match.
Yep.
Last match I have on here. I don't know how you're going to pick a winner on this one, Minderz. It's going to be hard for you. I'm glad you have a week to figure this out.
I'm glad I have a whole week to figure this one out.
Devontae Knox versus B.A. Malkin. It's going to be good. That's simple.
It will be a good match. I won't say that.
Hopefully, Jacques keeps their nose out of it. I want to see this be straight up 1-on-1.
Hopefully Jacques keeps their nose out. Hopefully Chris keeps his nose out.
Yeah.
Because
Chris is going to probably be there.
Kenny has a good point. Need to watch out for that booty.
Oh yeah, the iron cakes are nothing to be trifled with.
They're nothing to mess with.
No.
So
I remember I was going to suggest Devontae and Chris a tag team finish, but again, I don't have to worry about it now.
Don't have to worry about it now. Well, Mark, let's pay some bills and get out of here.
Let's pay some bills. Yeah, we've already missed the first half hour of Dynamite. I hope we haven't missed the Jericho Appreciation Society mandatory meeting.
Oh God, I hope we did. Actually, I'm hoping we missed the Bucks versus the Hardys, but we all know that ain't happening. But
yeah,
it is what it is.
All right, we're getting off track here. Talking about AEW. All right, ProWrestlingTees.com/JTRPod for a variety of T-shirts for the Jumping the Rail podcast and also for the 0-1 Shootout, including all the ones you see here in the circle. And,
I think, is it official? I don't have all of them. I have most of them, but I don't have
you have
all
most of them. You got more of them than I do.
3, 4, I have 5 of them.
Yeah, I've got 1, 2, 3. I got 3 of them out of that picture, but I've also got a large number of ones from other
Yeah,
what you
I
call
don't have
it.
as many from those, but I have a couple
No.
from those.
We do have a brand new shirt on the site there if you're interested.
Yeah, if you're interested.
Look at that.
Oh, you know what? I need to show that picture that where CMC improved our shirt for a moment.
Oh, when he vandalized our merchandise
He
on
didn't
Saturday.
vandalize our merchandise.
You know, joke's on him. I got a free sticker out of it.
Joke's on him. His mom bought, or his sister bought a sticker from us.
Right. And his mom bought a T-shirt with the last
Yeah.
show.
Yeah, I'm liking it. It works for me. But yeah, see, here you go.
Yeah, he put that sticker right across my handsome face on the shootout T-shirt there.
It's so much fun.
Yeah, it's a hoot.
It is.
brainbustertees.com/other/JTR-podcast-network. T-shirts, caps, sweatshirts, hoodies, baseball shirts, stickers, fanny packs, all kinds of good stuff there. Here's just a few of them. So a couple with Minderz on there. You get the JTR Heart Foundation shirt,
The Kiss Army
even
shirt.
Kiss Army shirt. We got the Gold Rush T-shirt at the bottom.
Mhm.
All kinds of good options. Plus another Prodigy shirt there. Look at that.
Oh joy!
I'm making I can do so much
No,
with this face. Technically, shout out to CP Arts for making that
Yes.
face happen.
Thanks, CP Arts.
Yes. If you're a Minderz guy, we got the shirt for you. Also, if you're a Minderz gal, you know, and I didn't say gal on the shirt. That's a little silly. But we got those. I think they're all like $20 on that site, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know. I haven't been on there in a while.
The other stuff, the T-shirts are 20, the stickers are 5. The other stuff, I think it goes up for materials, all that kind of stuff. You know how it goes.
Yep.
Yep. See, 01 USA merchandise, as always, they have it available at the events. They have it. You can order it by demand, and they'll make it up for you. T-shirts, water bottles, coffee cups, travel cups, tumblers, all kinds of cool stuff there. There you see the new logo, and you got the their version of our "Get Your Shit and Move" shirt, which I think I saw Johnny wearing that shirt in that video that David sent us.
How many times did we yell that though Saturday?
We say that. We have to say that all the time.
We yell it all the time.
It's the universal rule of independent wrestling. If the action looks like it's coming your way, that means it is. Get your shit and move.
Yep.
I heard Ian Rotten say that numerous times when I go to IWA Mid-South shows, and it's just good.
Well,
it's
yeah,
just
but that one's deadly, so yeah, I can understand that.
Well, yeah, a lot of flying junior heavyweights on those shows too. But anyway, Reign Victoria has a new shirt, Corn-Fed Hero.
Yep.
In Iowa State colors there, so very nice. And then the 01 Army shirt designed by myself that they're selling now. It's very cool. It's very comfortable, by the way. I have my own. And then patreon.com/01USA. $5 a month and up. Get all the shows, all kinds of cool content on there, so check that out. Next week, as we mentioned, Cutthroat Kenny Calix is going to be joining us one day before his birthday, so we'll have to be extra nice to him.
That's not a problem. He's an easy one to be nice to.
And then we're going to get his picks for probably not only Thursday Night Throwdown next week, but also the homecoming show in Mattoon.
Works for me.
Yeah. The week after that, we're going to have the chairman, Jordan Perry, joining us. I'm sure he'll have a lot to say about one Joey O'Reilly.
Do we have it in stone yet? Who's going to be the week after him?
Yes. Okay. The week after that, we're going to finish off August with the guy we talked quite a bit about today, the dreaded Lion, Chris O'Brien. So we'll kind of get where his head's at with as relates to Devontae Knox.
So I actually only have to be nice once in August. Okay, got it.
Well, you get to be nice thrice in August.
Well, I get to be, but I have to be once.
And then we got some cool guests we're working on getting in the next few weeks, so keep an eye out for that. Like we said, Gold Rush this Friday, myself and Jabari Sinclair on YouTube, we're talking about the multiple versions of the WWF Championship held by Hulk Hogan in the 80s. So that'll be interesting on Hogan's 70th birthday. So
I get to yell about Hogan a lot. Yay!
well, it's mostly about the belts, but yeah, we'll
Okay.
probably have some opinions.
Probably.
As we tend to. And then then like we said, we got Thursday Night Throwdown tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun. They announced Camaro Jackson for next Thursday, along with the big main event, Robin Chan.
Yep.
And who knows what else is going to happen.
I'm hoping I might get some clearance and I might be able to go. I'm hoping.
Hey, let me know, and
we'll see.
If you go, we'll go, and we'll enjoy it.
Well, you guys are going anyway.
I'm planning on going anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
I try not to get out as much when I have to get up at 5 the next day, but this one I think I have to be there for.
Yeah. I think we need to try to be there. I want to be there, but again, we'll see.
We'll just keep you out of the front row. We'll put you in the back.
Well, that's no fun. I like the front row.
We'll put you next to the stairs, so when BA comes out, you can.
Ooh, that's perfect. Right as soon as it comes down the stairs.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we've covered all the business we have to cover, Minderz. You got anything you want to say before we say goodbye?
No, like I said, let's keep our fingers crossed for Friday. So.
Yep. All the good thoughts we can muster, Minderz. Thanks again to Gary J for joining us early on. It was a lot of fun. Cool guy. I wish I could have introduced him to Noodles, but she's actually giving me my space today. She's not in my ear telling me when it's time to wrap it up. But,
well, this is a lot sooner than we wrapped up last night. So
this is very true. Very true. So yeah, until next Wednesday with Kenny Calix, for Minderz, this is Rev reminding you all life is hard, work stiff, and we will see you later.